everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adaeze Okiki. If you are a new subscriber, thank you very much for clicking on my channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. So guys, today I'm just going to be showing you guys a video clip I made last week. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to post it, and hence I didn't make an intro for the video, but I'm going to be showing you guys a video of me attempting to make a seafood boil. So guys, bear with me, this is my first ever attempt, so keep watching. So I wasn't really sure about what I wanted to do, so the first thing I did was just look around and just be sure of what I wanted to do. Thank God I honestly went with my husband because I was so confused, and this store just really smelled bad. I guess that's just a common thing with like small stores that sell mainly fish. So first of all, I went over to the lobster section. This was what I was really looking forward to cooking. So what we did was we just looked at the different sizes. So in this particular bin was where they kept all the big ones. So we went ahead and tried to pick two without even asking how much a pound of the lobster cost, which was my first mistake. Like, I know next time when I go there I would not make the same mistake again. So we just picked two lobsters first of all, and then after we found out how much it was, we ended up dropping one because it was pretty expensive. I think we spent almost about $50 for one lobster, and it was just filled with poop. So I would not be making that mistake again. But I had my husband help me pick out the lobster because it was a little hard for me to do. So I just left him to do that, and I was just pointing to the specific ones that I wanted, or the specific one that I wanted. Then I went over to crawfish. Well, even though crawfish doesn't really have a lot of meat inside, but I still wanted to have it in my seafood bowl because I have had crawfish before when I went down south to New Orleans, and I just felt like, well, I just really like the taste, even though it's really tiny. I just really like the taste. So I got some crawfish also. And then the next thing I got some, I think this is called blue crabs or snow crabs. I don't even know what it's called, but it's called blue crabs. And I did not know, so I ended up watching somebody else's video, that there's two different kinds. There's the female one that has the red on the claw, and there's the male one that's just blue. And the female one is not really good to buy, I guess. I don't even know, but I just picked, and these things are really feisty. Like, you can see this one is not even trying to get picked up, but I got a bunch of those. And yeah, and I also got myself some jumbo shrimps and a couple of other things from the store that I really didn't record a video of. But yeah, one thing I did though was I took a cooler that had ice because I wasn't trying to have my car smell of like seafood. So I had a cooler with ice. So after I was done buying, I just put everything in the cooler and it stayed cool. And I thought the things were gonna die, but they were alive by the time I got back home. So yeah, let's cook. So inside this bowl I have my crawfish. I don't even know if it's just me, but it looks like scorpions for some weird reason. And then right here is the crabs that I got. I ended up not using it for the seafood boil. I left it to use for something else. I have my shrimps in that container, and I have a snow crab leg that is really expensive, so yes, I only got one. And then I have some king snow crabs, or the other one is a king crab, and then I have some snow crabs also. And then lastly, I have the one lobster that I ended up buying because it was just expensive. I also picked up some corn, and I already have some potato at home, so I didn't buy any potato. The woman at the store recommended that spice, so I picked it up. So I had in my pot, I have a boiling pot of water with some lemon. It's just my way of cleaning the things that I got. So I just put in the crawfish. It was still alive and it was making so much noise. I felt so evil putting them in hot water. But I put the crawfish in, and I also added the lobster for 5 minutes just to clean it up, and then I took it out, and then I started the base of the seafood boil. So what I did was, in after that, I had another pot with hot water. I put in some Old Bay seasoning, I put in my Creole seasoning, I put in my corn, I put the crawfish back inside, and also the lobster. And in another pot I started making the sauce for the seafood boil. So I have 2 sticks of butter that's melting. I put in some minced garlic, and then I also put in some chopped up onions. I watched all this from watching YouTube videos, so it's really not my recipe because I don't know what I'm doing. and then I just let that boil, well, simmer for a little bit before going ahead and putting in the Creole seasoning. And the Creole seasoning is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's what I did, and then I just put in some paprika, and yeah, I just stirred it up. I think the paprika was mainly for giving it some color, not really for anything else. Just put in some paprika. I put in some powdered garlic, and I put in some powdered onions. I just put in all the different spices that I normally use to cook. Just pretty much everything I use when I'm cooking my regular food every day. So I just put in all those different spices, and I just like stirred everything around. And of course, I like pepper, so I put in some chili pepper that I had picked up from an Asian store. So I just put it. It also gives the food some color, but then it also helps with like spice if you really like spicy food. So I just stirred everything together, and as you can see, the color looks really bright and red. Well, maybe I put in a little too much onions, but yeah, all the videos I saw, they had a lot of onions inside your sauce. So of course onions. So in this foil pan, I had put the king crab leg and the snow crab in the oven for a little bit, just to like warm it up and like to cook it, bake it a little bit. So I put it in the foil pan, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just put in all my other seafood one at a time. So I'm just gonna put in my crawfish and everything. So that's how it looks after I've put in everything. And I also went ahead and I put the sauce on top of it. I put in some sausage, I put in my corn, my potatoes, and that's how it looks. And you will not believe that my husband and I actually finished this in one sitting. I cannot believe we ate it that fast, but that's it, guys. That's how my seafood bowl turned out. Alright guys, let me know what you think about my first attempt of making a seafood boil, and if you like this video and if you have any tips honestly on how to make a seafood boil, please leave it in the comment section. And if you want to see me attempt to make anything else, if you have any idea of what you want me to attempt to make, let me also know in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video. Again, don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe and share this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.